It was an ordinary afternoon. In 1941, Swiss engineer George de Mestral took his dog for a walk. When they returned home, he noticed tiny burrs covering his trousers, socks, and his dog's fur. Pulling them off wasn't easy. Hundreds of tiny hooks refused to let go. Most people would have thrown them away. George almost did too, but one question stopped him. Why do these tiny plants stick so perfectly? He didn't know it yet. That simple question would one day change shoes, clothes, hospitals, airplanes, and even space travel. George couldn't stop thinking about the burr. Instead of throwing it away, he examined it under a microscope. What he saw amazed him. The burr was covered with hundreds of tiny hooks. Each one grabbed fabric and animal fur perfectly. Nature had created an incredible fastening system. No glue, no buttons, just tiny hooks working together. George smiled. He wasn't looking at a plant anymore. He was looking at an idea. What if humans could copy nature? From that day on, every experiment had one goal: to recreate nature's design. George believed the idea could work, but making it real wasn't easy. He tested cotton, silk, wool. Every material failed. The hooks bent, broke, or wouldn't stick. Months became years. People laughed. Investors weren't interested. Still, George refused to quit. Then he discovered nylon. When heated, it formed strong and flexible hooks. After nearly 8 years, George finally created the first working Velcro. Nature had shown him the answer all along. George finally had a working invention, but almost every company rejected it. Nobody will use this. Shoe companies refused. Clothing brands laughed. Years passed. Then the military became interested. Soldiers needed something faster than buttons. Soon doctors, mountaineers, and skiers started using it too. People realized Velcro was faster than buttons, easier than zippers, and incredibly reliable. The invention everyone laughed at was becoming part of everyday life. Today, Velcro is everywhere. On children's shoes, bags, medical equipment, military uniforms, and even inside spacecraft. In 1969, NASA began using Velcro during space missions. In zero gravity, it kept tools and equipment from floating away. A tiny burr had inspired an invention that reached space. George de Mestral never became world famous. Yet, billions of people use his invention every day. Sometimes, the greatest inventions begin with one simple question: why?